Now to our interview with the guest of the day. I am now joined by the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC in Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru. We'll discuss the governorship race in the Southeast State. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right.
My name is Nwifuru Francis. Hello?
Please go ahead.
My name is Nwifuru Francis Ogbonna, the Speaker of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and by the special grace of God, the candidate of All Progressive Congress, the gubernatorial candidate of All Progressive Congress, Ebonyi State.
All right. Once again, welcome to Politics Tonight, and thank you for joining us tonight. Right. Congratulations on being the standard bearer of your party in the governorship election. Tell me a bit of your background that prepared you for the job of governor.
Well, I joined politics very early as 1993, and I started contesting election to represent my people at the State House of Assembly. First was 2003. By the special grace of God, I couldn't get to the level of primary election. And in 2007, I contested in the People's Democratic Party. I couldn't get a ticket of the People's Democratic Party. I moved to ANPP in 2007, and I contested primary in ANPP in 2007. And I won the primaries of for the position of the House of Assembly representing the people of Fiji West State constituency. Unfortunately to me, I couldn't win the election. The People's Democratic Party won the election. And in 2011, I had to go back to my former party, the People's Democratic Party, which I went back in 2008. And in 2011, I contested the same House of Assembly, and I won the election, and won the primary and won the main election. And that is how I went to the House of Assembly in 2011. Our inauguration, the House was proclaimed on the 9th day of June 2011. I became a member of the House the same 9th day of June 2011. By the special grace of God, my party nominated me to be the Deputy Chief Whip of the House of Assembly in 2011, the position I held from 2011 to 2015. And in 2015, I contested again, and by the special grace of God, too, I won the election in the same platform of People's Democratic Party, and I became the Speaker in 2015. Since 2015 to date, the same election held again in 2019, which my people
Honorable Nwifuru, are you there? All right.
Is so very much wonderful on my own side. So the grace of God is very enormous, and I am so much happy about that. Then today, I joined this race because I joined the All Progressive Congress 9th day at the floor of the House of Assembly of November 2020, when we moved from People's Democratic Party to APC. And the APC, having been my party from the Abin issue, I told you I was there in 2007. So I know everything about APC. So I contested the election again under the platform of APC to be the governor of the state. That happened on the 29th day of May, 28th and 29th day of May. By the special grace of God, I won the primary election of our party, and I contested with 5 very credible leaders of our dear state that wanted to also become the governor. But the special grace of God and the God's grace is upon me, and that is why I become the candidate of the party. And I am very much happy because the party is seriously on ground here in Ebonyi. And that is the only party that is very much known here by every individual in this state. If you go to all the nooks and crannies of this state, you must feel the impact and see the presence of the party, the All Progressive Congress. So I am happy. And I know as a candidate of All Progressive Congress, we are going to do well on the start of the election because my people have a very good confidence in me that I am going to do well in being their leader and their chief servant.
All right. Honorable Francis, how has campaign been so far?
Very crazy. Very, very crazy. I give kudos to the leader of the party in the state today, the governor of Ebonyi State. The infrastructural development he put in place is already campaigning for me heavily. And with my presence and having been in government, having gathered a lot of experience and knowing fully well what government needs, and that is why in so many occasions you haven't seen me in your station because I had a lot to do and I was doing those things that I'm supposed to do, put things in place. And now I'm coming to your station to tell you what we are doing in Ebonyi. And I've already built a lot of confidence. And the campaign that we did went on very, very well. We have stopped campaign, we have started election management. And that is why you see me in the campaign office now.
All right, so talking about the governor of Ebonyi State, Governor Mai is one of the best governors of his generation in terms of infrastructure development. How does it make you feel?
Thank you for that compliment.
All right, how does it make you feel seeking to succeed him?
Yeah, one, you need to be trust, and one, you need to be competent. Having served with him, having been with him for complete 16 good years, I was in the party with him. He was the party chairman. I was one of the party executives from assistant secretary to ex-official of the party. From there, we moved to government. He became the deputy governor. I became a member of the House of Assembly. Fortunately, I became the chief whip at the same point. So now he became the governor by the special grace of God. I am the speaker, his speaker, and we have been working together as friends. We did so many things together, and we are friends, we understand each other, and we know our duty in this state is to legislate for the good governance of our dear people. And we have been doing that because we see that the man is very much supposed to do what is right. And we call him the master of intelligence. Because in everything he do as a governor, he normally sends it for House for Assembly to give him approval. And everything he sends to the House for us to give him approval, we do it according to the Constitution. And he always advises us to follow the very much procedure for legislation in everything we do. So I am happy. And I know that that is what convinced him because since we came in, we have never committed any crime. We have never committed any misrule. And our people are very much happy about that. And that is what gives the man confidence that since these people can be able to galvanize support of the House, this guy can be able to galvanize the support of the House and work with the executive. You know, working as a speaker is a very dangerous position. Because you must work with your members and also work with the executive. And for you to balance the two arms of government, you need to be extra intelligent and you need also to let go. So both parties did a lot of sacrifice, including the executive and the legislators, including even the judiciary in Ebonyi, because the governors see everybody as one. If there is anything we want to discuss, he called everybody to come and we'll sit down and discuss it. He didn't just, there's no time governor get up and approve something without the House of Assembly giving approval. And I tell you this, my governor is the only governor that gives all the approvals that every contractor in this state must get clearance from the House of Assembly before your certificate will be paid. All the certificate that comes from Ministry of Works, if you come to my office, you will see. And if you go to the Chairman House Committee on Works and Transport, you will still see all the certificates in his office. And also the Public Accounts Committee, he gives us free hands to investigate whoever wants to investigate. He never for one day interferes on the matters concerning House of Assembly and any agency or ministry of government. So that makes us to be more independent than the way it is in paper.
All right, so I like how outspoken you are about your principles. So that takes me to my next question. Honorable Francis, you've been Speaker for 7 years now, and from all indication, the zoning permutation favors you, and you appear to be the anointed successor of Governor Umahi. But you also say that you are an independent mind who will not be controlled by the outgoing governor. Help me to understand this very rare situation in a country like Nigeria.
Well, let me tell you how one should live his life. You must be truthful to whoever you are working with, and the consistency is what pays. I've been very consistent in every decision I take, and I do tell the governor the truth. And I tell everybody that, look, I am a very independent person, and the governor knows that. And I tell Ebonyans that since you know me from ab initio, there is no way I will allow anybody to control my decision in office. The governor is my governor today, and even if he leave office, he's my governor. And I respect him for being my friend, for being my governor, for making me proud, for making Ebonyans proud. Everybody is very much proud of Ebonyi State today. You can't come to Ebonyi without having one or two things to say that is good about Ebonyi. If you come to this state now, I know you will start blaming your own people. Why are you not doing the same thing the governor of Ebonyi is doing? We have small resources here, very mega, but the governor utilized it very effectively with the support of the House of Assembly. So if governor, after working as a governor and leave office, and one thing that once you leave office, you start controlling another governor, it's not possible. It is not possible because he never controlled me as a state assembly speaker. And he never asked me to do something that is against the law as a state assembly speaker. In fact, my governor have never admitted anything to me and asked me to treat that thing. He never. He normally call for a meeting and say, look, this is what I think is good. Can everybody suggest and make a very good submission that will help to give our people a good governance? And we do that. If you call my chief judge, he will still tell you the same thing. My governor don't interfere in any affair of the state assembly. So I don't see him, after finishing his tenure as governor, coming back to decide what I do in office as a speaker. I don't see that happening because I'm a very independent person and I know I am very much competent to do this job. I have the capacity to do it, but I need the advice of my Oga, my governor. I call him my Oga at all time. I don't miss word in saying that because he has helped me in so many things and he has educated me in so many things. And I have respect for him. But that respect doesn't mean that I fear him.
Fantastic. But can we really describe Ebonyi State as an APC state, given the big strides of the Labour Party, which won the presidential election?
Well, Obi issue was a very unknown movement to us. We were not aware that that movement is coming. If we had been much aware about that, we would have prepared for it. And it was a very surprising thing that came. But you should know that Ebonyi is APC state. If not, there is no way APC will have three senators elect in Ebonyi. The three senatorial zones here are all represented by APC today. So those senators elect, you see, like Engineer David Nwifuru, the present governor is of APC. The former PDP chairman that is also a former commissioner for Capital City is also from APC. Is the one representing me by, I think by 10th day of June, they will be inaugurated once the National Assembly is being proclaimed. And that of the Central, Engineer Keneze, is also from APC. So you can see that APC wins the three senatorial zone here for the senators and also won the three House of Reps, and the PDP won one, Labour Party won. So if here is the Labour Party, you would have seen Labour Party winning more positions, except that of Mr. President. So the presidential election, you can't use it to judge what is happening here. You can use the senatorial election to judge. Because all the National Assembly elections, APC cruised on with victory. And I'm very much confident. Because if you see the result, you know that here is APC state.
All right. Your state is among the 28 states where governorship election will hold on Saturday. How is APC gearing up for the battle ahead?
We are much prepared than any other political party here in the state. And that's why you see my opponents always being on the stations, castigating the government and also the governor. And I say, look, this position you are aspiring to win, you are castigating the person that is sitting there, and that person made that position attract you, and they are not happy that that person is sitting there. I don't think you are ready to occupy that position. But it's APC state. My party is well prepared to take over the government house. It's our government house, and we are relaxed. You can see that I'm not bothered. I'm relaxed very much, and I'm happy that my governor, with the infrastructural development and a lot of human capital development he did, is already speaking volume for my party. And if anybody tells you otherwise, then wait and see what will be the result on Saturday. You can see that all the stakeholders in this state are already working for my election on Saturday. That shows that we are the candidates of it, and we must win by the special grace of God.
All right. Honorable Francis, on Saturday, we will see 14 candidates battle for the governorship seat. How do you rate your chances among them?
Well, many people are candidates. Just to campaign. Many are campaigning, many are not campaigning. So 14 of them. Today, I must tell you that the AA candidate and all his House of Assembly candidates all joined APC here in Ebonyi. And the candidate was popular, and there is a known candidate, he was a commissioner for works here during Chief Martin Elechi. Then the Labour Party also adopted me as their candidate because they don't have gubernatorial candidates here in Ebonyi. They adopted me again today as their sole candidate. They have urged their members to vote for me, that I am the candidate that they think can do what they want. And I am the candidate they know that can win the election. And IPAC also adopted me today as their own candidate. The NLC did the same because, you know, Labour are working with NLC and the TUC. They also, all of them were part of those that adopted me as their candidate. We don't need to make noise on this. The result on Saturday will speak volume. And you know that Ebonyi is APC state. I know you'll be happy.
All right. Yes, your party recorded some success, but Honorable Francis, the Labour Party won the presidential election in Ebonyi State. For you, what are the factors responsible?
Well, the factors I know, as a Christian, I know that the Reverend Fathers took us unaware. The bishops, the Reverend Fathers, and the many people went down to the villages and started telling our people how to cast the vote. And when our people tried to resist them, they now told them to cast they should vote for a candidate of their choice for the National Assembly and vote for Obi for the president. That's what they want. Their only interest alone is for Obi to win the presidential election. And we didn't know. We didn't get that information on time because nobody told us. Anytime we call for a meeting, nobody tells you that he will vote for Obi. We keep on explaining to our people that our candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best option for us here in Southeast and for us here in Ebonyi. The reason is that if you vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and he wins your state, you will have a say. You can't go to somebody that you didn't vote for and ask for something. And I know very well that my party is going to win presidential election. I was very much convinced, and that is why the result didn't shock me, because I know no matter what anybody do, human beings are not God. It's only God that gives power. And he gives it to whoever he wants to give it. And I am convinced that God will give it to Tinubu. And when God gave it to Tinubu, I wasn't shocked about that. I know he's going to do that.
Honorable Francis, was that the only factor responsible?
That is the only factor. It's not that the party is not on ground. APC is very much on ground here in Ebonyi. The only factor is that the churches changed the style of the voting, and they also convinced the electorate. And when the electorate wanted to reject that they are doing, they say, look, vote for our presidential candidate only. We have only one presidential candidate. The National Assembly votes for candidate of your choice. That is why you see APC winning and APC also losing presidential election here in Ebonyi. My governor did everything within his reach to know if he can convince them. Because if we get the information on time, we would have found another solution. We would have known what to tell our people. But that didn't get to our ear. So we don't want to, nobody wants to kill himself for what you cannot change.
All right, so if this is such a huge factor, how confident are you that the APC will triumph this time?
Yeah, because people, you see, the candidates from Ebonyi, they all won the elections from our party. I told you earlier that we have the three senators elect here. All of them are APC. We have 6 House of Reps in Ebonyi. And with the 5 concluded, 3 is of APC, 1 is PDP, and 1 is Labour Party. With that now, which party is on ground? Is it not APC?
All right, Honorable Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, we still have a lot to discuss tonight, but before that, let's go for a quick